And boom. Should be live. This time it's showing green, which is wonderful. Let me just check if the audio is fine on the YouTube preview. It sounds good to me. Fantastic. We've done it. We are live. And in the meantime, I have become 100% more professional than before. I figured out how to hide my friends list, so now it's blank. And while I was editing the HUD, I also got rid of the ad that scrolls here, which, frankly, my brain has completely blanked out that is even there at all. But there's like a list of items that changes over time in this box. And when I was editing the list, I was like, I wonder if I can disable that. And it turns out, yes. So, you know, I've installed ad block for tf2, parentheses not clickbait. Anyway, hello. I wonder if it actually queued for process, because I've noticed I don't know if it's the... Oh, it actually did. So I've noticed there's a problem with this game. Sometimes you queue for maps, and then it puts you on a different map anyway. Like, no matter what you chose. I do not know why. Also, that bitrate doesn't seem to be stable, so maybe I'm gonna turn it down. Let's try 5,000. I think 5,000 has done it. Okay. Oh yeah, switch to live chat, probably. Because, YouTube. They've changed the chat box again, I see. Because, for some time that they got rid of the stupid, like, circle heart button that covers part of the chat. Now it's back. And now they've made the send box, round. And added, like, a plus button. Oh. Right. Am I, like, audible, visible? Is everything working? Please do let me know, because, you never know. I never know. Ah, that would have been cool. Lots of trolls, you mean... Are there? Am I alone? Oh no, the medic died. If only I could have prevented that from happening. The scout is relentless, he's just chasing me. I think I'm gonna... Oh yeah, don't think I mentioned, but I've also figured out game capture. So instead of... So there was an issue when I was trying to capture tf2 in OBS using game capture, it just would show a black screen. I found out the reason. The reason for that was OBS was running on integrated graphics because I'm a filthy laptop peasant. And because of that, it wouldn't show. But I figured it out. It now shows, and it supposedly consumes less system resources, and it runs at a better frame rate, or whatever the hell. I just got punched by Heavy. Alright. Big question. Is chat simply broken? Or is nobody typing? I will never know. Because YouTube is like that. A whole lot of trolls. There's like one of me, come on. This guy's... Okay, no, there's more. Like, look. What other game? That doesn't count. Surely. Right? That is not a hit. None of us heard the hit sound of my shovel hitting the guy. Right? Nobody heard that. At all. Oh, I'm probably dead. Actually, if I'm schmaneuvering well enough, I might escape. Okay, I think I got out. This scout really wants me dead. Look at that guy. Oh, there's 3 of them now. Okay, there's also my team slightly, so maybe it's gonna be a little bit better. This guy really wants me dead. Oh. Ended up dying to the other guy. I'm on top chat again. Anyway. So, I've just figured, you know, why not play the game as a madman with a shovel? Although, I think for the game not to end too rapidly, I'm gonna have to play another class for a short time to defend last, because I expect someone to show up and try to cap anytime. Like this guy. This guy looks like he's vaguely in the business of capping the point. Please give me a pipe. I want to clip. I want to reflect your pipe. That's a sticky bomb. Rude. I have clearly stated what my expectations are, and this guy just violated them in front of my face like that. I'm thinking if I catch him off guard, he's not gonna... Oh. Okay. Oh, that's a medic with Uber. Oh, that's a vaccinator Uber. Oh, that medic completely counters me because I only can do flame damage at the moment. So I'm going to not bother with that. Extinguish our medic, which is doing the same weapon. No, come on, dude. I hate it. This is how it feels to play against the vaccinator. They just pop a bubble and it's over. Alright. We're gonna be back to mid, it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna enable that as well, just in case. Okay. Fine. I'm pretty sure it, when I alt tab, it freezes the current frame. I could set up a scene switcher. I'm gonna do that before next time I stream TF2. I could set up the scene switcher, so when I alt tab away from TF2, it switches to a scene that's showing the no signal picture I have. I think that would be a decent alternative to just showing a freeze frame. And it's not like it's, like, in any way expensive. Alright, hi. Was the stream, like, working before, or... I'm always afraid. The stream is up, had to refresh, alright. I was wondering, because, well... technology. It'd be like that. You missed out on 2 market gardens at some point. And I think I'm gonna have to switch classes again, because my team... We don't have enough of a team to support gameplay like what I'm doing, which is just goofing about. We're gonna have to do hardcore gameplay stuff, like dealing damage. I know. Ridiculous idea. Probably shouldn't even attempt. That is once again not a hit. That sound of the shovel hitting him, you heard, didn't exist. Didn't happen. Sometimes the hit registration in this game is sometimes complainable about. Anyway, as far as what I wanted to think about, or rather what I've been thinking about, and I wanted to kind of talk, I've been thinking about, what it actually means to be... Oh. I was thinking about what it actually means to be conflict avoidant, which is something I've used to describe myself before. And I'm thinking conflict avoidant is a very polite way of saying I'm a massive pussy. And what makes me think that is I realize if there's a situation where there's a conflict with someone who doesn't necessarily want to, you know, cooperate in finding a solution, my default is usually to just, you know, let it happen as it is and look for an opportunity. And my usual reaction to someone who, you know, who starts a conflict effectively in a situation like that is kind of like, do you really have to do that? It's like, I don't I don't see how that's gonna help, blah blah blah, stuff like that. But what I've realized is that's not kind of the right way to think about it. Because if there's no opportunity, you might as well, you know, look for one or make one yourself, and keeping the status quo by just being passive and being conflict avoidant effectively does nothing. So even though, like, by nature is really counterintuitive for me, hard to get over, I've started appreciating it a lot more, appreciating people who do it like that way more, because it's like, if somebody else does it, that saves me from having to do it. Oh, that's very polite of him. Conflict is a necessary part of every relationship. Avoiding conflict is avoiding you being a whole person in a relationship. Yeah, I think something like that, but I think this is even more important in long-term stuff. It's like, if you have, you know, long-term conflicts that are very hard to resolve. Because it's not like I never enter conflict, right? It depends a lot on the particular scenario. It's because I do enter conflict if I feel... I mostly enter conflict when I feel like I have, you know, something maybe new or particular to say about the situation. Like, something has changed, or maybe I have a new idea to try. But I would probably not start a conflict over things I thought I've clarified my position, somebody else clarified their position. I would probably not enter that easily, willingly. And there are people who would. And I think I need to learn that in a way. You know, even if it makes... Because it's... Especially with conflicts that are, like, long-running and deep, and especially in conflicts where you don't really see a solution, at the very least, it's important to, like, remind the other person that, yeah, there's still a conflict, right? It's like, it's not with all, you know, everything is made up and we are all good, there's no problem anymore. It's a reminder. It's like, sure, there's a problem, you know, there's a problem, and it's not all good, and maybe there is something that would lead the other person to towards resolving it, because you know, I usually like to think I'm approachable in terms of conflict, as in I'm down. Like, if you have a problem with me, I make sure to mention it to people. It's like, if you ever have a problem with me, please, 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 mention it to me directly. I will not get mad at you. I will not call you stupid. Just please say it, because it makes things a whole lot easier if you can just, you know, criticize me directly and tell me what's wrong. And if you have not even if it's, like, objectively wrong, if you have a problem with how I behave and I can do something to, like, resolve that, so I'm down to do that, right? But there's a lot of people who do not have the declaration and do not, like, engage with that in practice. I'm just saying, like, do not engage with it in practice. So when you have... So you know damn well that if you bring something up to that person about how they behave, it's not gonna go over like, oh yeah, sure, let me change that. It's gonna be, well, is that really a problem? I'm doing all I can. I can't do anything else. All that stuff. Those kind of scenarios are where I kind of default to not touching the situation. Those who want to win, those who want to win will prevail over those who simply want to be left alone. Yep, I think that's a very good way to put it. Because it's, at the end of the day, it's like, if I think you know, something's necessary to change, then it follows that I would, you know, I would engage in conflict even if I dislike that. I have a problem with you being so easy to confront. This does not mean I need to bully you, create unnecessary drama. Listen. Just for you, actually I don't know if I don't even know if I can be. I don't know if it's like, I feel like that's why I kind of feel like, in a way, it's so good to have open discourse and like allow people to say whatever they want. Like if there's a forum where you can discuss situations completely openly, you know, it's like you can see how people really think. You know, it completely changes how you approach problems and how you like think about whatever it is. I need to stop saying like. How it is that you think, that you see situations. It's completely different. Because the kind of normie internet these days, it's all censored. It's all censored, and it's not necessarily that, you know, like, oh yeah, you're definitely getting banned if you say something out of line. It's on the side that, and it's even like that with me, right? It's like, I said like again, I'm careful about what I say, especially because, you know, especially if you have an identity online that can be kind of traced, which I think if you, like, for this nickname, the ship has sailed for me. I'm fairly certain I would, like, I can't untie this probably from my identity. If somebody is willing to dig deep enough, you can probably dox it. So it's a real question, because you know, what you say online right now could absolutely jeopardize any future possibilities. Not any, but it's choosing a side, right? And it's choosing a side in things that you would think almost don't matter. Yeah, you comment on someone being a horrible person online, and because you've, you know, angered the wrong crowd, you know, have made a bunch of enemies that yesterday didn't even know you existed, and today don't even know who you are, or like what you do at all. But they sure as hell will, you know, remove the ability of you to process payments or have a bank account, which has happened, and it, you know, it makes saying your mind online under an alias that isn't, you know, completely anonymous, as in anonymous as in, I don't know, I'm posting on 4chan through Tor with, you know, through a VPN, so that it's basically impossible to trace the IP. You know, there's no nickname attached to it. And the best then you can do is maybe compare, you know, typing patterns, but to do that, you'd have to have a lot of typing patterns, available to identify, it's like, for sure, this person is this person, and it's harder to stick it to someone. But, you like, gotta wonder, with advances in machine learning, surely we're gonna have programs that, you know, can take a sample of how you respond. I can imagine it could work even like as kind of like a sting operation. It's like you send, you know, you set up the program to detect things. You know, you send messages that look like innocuous questions, and the machine learning program, you know, takes into account what is being asked and how, you know, how the person you are trying to identify usually types, and you could get a score. So I don't know how like viable that would be in terms of identifying someone when you have a bunch of messages and chat logs, but I am not very optimistic in terms of, you know, staying anonymous. Maybe that's just being paranoid, overly so. Maybe I'm, you know, underestimating the maybe I'm underestimating just how big the internet is and just how easy it is to confuse one person for another, because, you know, you don't really know how it looks from the perspective of someone else, because, you know, I know who I am, and I know I know what I would look for if I wanted to identify myself, you know, with my real life identity and the nickname, but that's not necessarily like it's not a given that other people look for that and will know to look for that. We'll find it out. So maybe I am being paranoid, but on the other hand, being paranoid, you know, like what is the bad thing that can happen due to you being paranoid about privacy? Yeah, perfect anonymous. I'm having a hard time speaking. Apparently perfect. Yeah, you know what? You know what the problem is? The problem is part of your message is obstructed by a big circle hard button that YouTube has decided must be there for some reason. You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna block the element in the browser. Give me a moment. Block element. Can I do that? Pick the heart with its container. Preview. Can I drag this? I can. Awesome! Awesome. Create. And just like that, the heart's gone. So I can no longer send emojis in the chat. I don't know what that button actually does. I've never pressed it. That's the problem with the button. But it's gone. Good work, YouTube. You've made me disable a feature. And now if you update it and change it, I'll never see it again. Perfect anonymity is not real. It is simply only levels of anonymity. Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, it is you posting. Right? You never know. Maybe the FBI is recording you through the window. How would you know? They'll never tell you. The FBI doesn't do that. I mean, doesn't tell you. Recording you through the window? They probably would, if they could. Oh, I need to go back to the rocket jumper. This guy figured out the strat to stop me. All you do is stand still. When looking at reobtaining privacy online, anonymity is looked at in terms of your threat model. Anonymity from what exactly? Makes sense. Like, what do you want to be? You know, another thing about growing up with the internet, you certainly... It's like when I created this alias, I was young. It was a while ago. So, you know, over time, you just basically, you know, use the alias, you sign up to, like, different services with it, and then you, by the time you learn that, you know, maybe it is important to have different identities and not have it also connected, it's already kind of over, because people already know you by a nickname, so even if you did change it, you know, it is still traceable back, and then the same problems kind of remain. It's, perhaps OPSEC should be taught in schools, but schools are having a hard time teaching students Microsoft Word, not to even mention Excel, so perhaps that is a big ask for public schools, I think. But, you know what? I have a lot of big asks for public schools, so perhaps this one isn't too out there. Especially since I am fairly certain, like, not the email I'm using for this account, but my personal email, I'm pretty sure they've made me make the Gmail account I have in school. Like, we were learning about what email is, and you know, basically the teacher had us all set up Google accounts. Which, you know, at least I'm glad, because he did tell us to not set it, you know, to not set the name for the account, something like, you know, Pretty Sunflower 55, like one of those, because then you see people with those on, like, official email lists, and it's a bit embarrassing. It's like, really, your like, serious account that you use for legal stuff and such, you got, like, Beautiful Butterfly 25, or it's like I Love Cats 7. Oh, what is this guy doing here? Don't worry, I'll get him. He doesn't even know. Well, he probably does know because he hid. Shame. I'm not letting this guy go that easily. Watch, it's gonna be a choke. I wish. Cool idea, though. The goals of OPSEC directly contradict the goals of community online. Makes sense. Because if you want to have a community online, you don't want to be anonymous, because you want to share stuff with people, and, you know, you don't want to lie to all of them. Makes sense. You cannot pick both. Oh, I just lost half my health, and I do not know what it was. Also, this guy's just got Truth as his nickname, I guess. Come to Birmingham, ask for Danny G. I'll come out of my house, I'll break your fucking legs. Community online is a weird thing. Oh, that's another thing I was, another thought I was having. Another thought I was having is about, the experience of community versus, like, how much of it can you actually get online. And it struck me that if you have the experience of a community on a kind of deeper, maybe spiritual even level, and then you show up to, you know, then you look at an online community that's all about whatever online thing you do, whatever degenerate behavior you engage with on a daily basis in a Discord server, for example, perhaps you're not gonna have that there's something else to be had in terms of community. So it's going to be very weird for you. Why am I suddenly on 80 ping? Alright, is the stream down as well? I've dropped connection. My internet sim. That's fantastic. Oh? Hello, am I back? I don't know, somebody tripped over the fiber optic. Oh, I don't have... I didn't re-enable desktop audio. The game was silent the whole time. Didn't get to hear wonderful tf2 sound effects. There's something wrong with my internet connection. Of course. It's been perfectly fine for the longest time, and now it's down when I'm streaming. That is not a good bitrate. That is 3000 kilobits per second. I am dropping frames like crazy. Not good. Are we back? I'm looking on the other monitor. The bitrate's climbing back up. I might be back. 4000, 4600. I think it's back. Oh, 3000. I'm wondering. Two misses. Dying of cringe. Alright, I think we should be back. I'm looking and I'm seeing like 7000 bitrate. I'm missing every garden. Am I alive? I am not. Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the difference between, you know, a real community versus what you get online. And that if you don't know what a community, like on a deeper level, looks like in reality, then you are going to approach an argument, because we've had this with like my parents and my siblings as well later. It's like, what? It's like you can't get a real community online, and I think they approach it from the perspective of people who have had the experience of community, and so they compared it to, you know, what they saw happening online, and they were very obviously not convinced. Like, no, this is not community. What are you talking about? But then, from the perspective of like the child, I said like again. I need to stop doing that. from the perspective of the child who's brand new to this stuff and doesn't really know what it is, what it should be, then it's like, well, this is a viable replacement, right? I'm having random chit-chat with people in my school. I'm talking about random things, you know, none of it is deep, necessarily, none of it is really applicable to long-term anything in life. But I might as well have it online, and it's even better online because I can filter people, you know, to my exact interests and needs. I like this, there's a server for people who like that. I can be in that server, that makes it so, you know, I can easily get rid of unpleasant people. Why are they Ubered again? I can very... It is like a replacement for lack of a better term, normie version of community. So, the argument's very convincing, especially from the point of view of a young person who's never experienced it, and there's, you know, Lord knows there's more of those people than ever. Even... that's a whole another tangent. I don't even remember. Oh, that's... yeah, I got to do this from online community. It's a weird thing. I have no idea, but by now I think I've reached the depths of autism on the internet that I basically cannot imagine, you know, having a quote-unquote community on a place like Reddit or something like that. It's like, yeah, sure, I'm in a community on Reddit. What does that even mean? It's like, what, you look at memes on a page and you call that community? It's bizarre behavior from the point of view of, you know, what a community is. Oh, this guy was ready for me to return. He had a whole trap prepared. I'm gonna refresh the preview because I think my chat broke. Might have. Just to be sure, because I do not trust YouTube whatsoever. Anyway, Team Fortress 2, the video game. Oh, fun fact about Team Fortress 2 from recently. The game was in 2007 mode for like 2 days. What happened was that the item servers, which are servers responsible for providing, you know, everyone's inventory to the game, so like the game knows which items and weapons you have and which you do not, those servers went down for like 2 days, and everybody was limited to stock weapons, to the default ones, and the game was... and no hats as well. You know, the military-themed hat simulator has not had no hats for a while. Haven't had both. IRL is better, online is a consolation prize. Right. Yep, I would say that. But then there's also, you know, there's online consolation prize community, but there's also online hell community real, at the end of the day. You are interacting with people, you know... Like, I understand why people use a pseudonym. I use a pseudonym as well, but you have to keep in mind, right? You are... If there's not much in terms of real stuff, kind of live stuff you engage with, in an internet community, you got people people behind nicknames, behind accounts, you don't even know if those accounts are real at all, posting information about fiction usually. It's like movies, TV shows, I don't know, animation, games, like all that stuff. You've got... Ooh, good stuff. So the topics you're discussing are not really attached to reality a lot. You kind of... And you exist in this like complete virtual... I said like again. In this complete virtual space. So that is... It's not attached to reality in the way you can have where you... Like, if you share experiences of doing things online, it's like, I've been doing this, I said like again. I've been doing this way, I've had these issues, you know, here are my thoughts about how I'm gonna lay out my life. You know, things like that. And then you got the human element comes from that. When you are in a quote-unquote community about some kind of TV show or whatever, like, where does the, like, stop. Where does the human element of that come from? You are, you know, everything you are talking about is kind of constructed. Because the people are the... I've already said that. No, that's kind of a thought I'm having. And it is a thought that's basically gotten me out of browsing anything anywhere at all. I just can't. I just can't be bothered to engage with all of that. I think it's frankly mostly worthless. Because none of it is real, and none of it really pervades to anything real. And I feel a big lack of real things a lot of the time. Which is perhaps, you know, perhaps if things get better, you know, build a community, get some people doing some things, get sharing, get it productive, get it real, then maybe the need comes back. But I feel like so much of stuff is bathed in complete detachment from reality, and it made me stop engaging with all of it, frankly. I think this is kind of the effect the internet is having. I'm definitely rambling, but these thoughts are... Okay, you could title these thoughts kind of like reflections on growing up online. Would be, I think, a fair description. And then figuring out, you know, what have you been really... If that's your experience about growing up, like, what have you really learned through that time? What do you understand? What do you know? Is it much? Is it real? Is it applicable? And in many cases, it's not. Really isn't. I'm dropping frames again. Oops. Yeah, the chat's having a hard time refreshing as well. It seems like when I send messages, then it refreshes and it loads messages from other people. I do not know why it is like that. I'm gonna like prophylactically spam the chat, my own chat, just to read messages. Thank you, YouTube. Very cool. Maybe if I pause the preview, about chat, is this? I don't know. I'm back to not having things. I wish these guys would push out of their last, and I think they're kind of doing that. They're gonna get a bit more space to play with. Very hard to market garden on last on this map. Okay, get me out of there. You know, live streams, I think, are not the best format for sharing thoughts. that's an observation I've noticed. At least not for me. I can, as far as I hear myself talking, I think I'm rambling a lot, which could be way more productive if I made like a scripted video. But then, on the other hand, I'd have to make a scripted video, which, you know. I don't know, I've read somewhere that to be a YouTuber or a streamer you have to have a certain amount of narcissism to think that people really want to hear what you have to say, they want to see what you have in store. I don't think I have a lot of that. At least in terms of, you know, the thoughts I am having. I don't really think I'm any kind of groundbreaking. It's my version of venting, frankly, more than organizing thoughts, because organizing thoughts is my job. So, you know, instead of organizing thought, you know what? I'm gonna requeue into a different pub because this one is yeah, there's a spy there. Cool. I'm gonna requeue into a different pub because this one is kind of stuck on this permanent second to last point, and I'd rather play around mid. It's way more fun when you can jump around here. All of those kind of fun movement. I don't know, it's... Nobody has zero narcissism. Well, certainly, I'm not claiming to have zero narcissism, but... What I'm thinking is, you know, when you publish your thoughts on a thing, you will, by nature of trying to sound persuasive, you will kind of take on an authoritative? I've got no clue how to pronounce that properly, but you will take on that tone of voice that'll suggest that you really do know the topic and the opinion you are saying is really true. And I have a hard time taking on that tone because there's some things, even the things I am sure about, I am careful about being very definitive on, because I'm never convinced I can't be convinced otherwise. Or rather, authoritative, thank you. Seeing the word actually made me, understand how to say it. You don't need narcissism, just passion for whatever you are filming. It's just that a lot of content creators are passionate about themselves. That's an interesting way to think about it. Because yeah, I suppose if you're just you know, blogging about your passion project or whatever, then you don't really need narcissism because it's about the project more than it is about you. But then a lot of people, that's kind of interesting because maybe it's when you switch to streaming, you know, from like making videos. Streaming is a bit different, right? Streaming is a lot more about the person that is actually, you know, playing the game or doing whatever the stream is doing. Whatever. And videos can be, like, making videos for the internet is such a broad array of things. It could be pretty much anything. That guy's a spy, surely, yeah. Oh no. We have another trollger, and the server's basically empty. Ah! We don't talk about this. We don't talk about it. We changed the pub. We are all dead. Actually, people... There's been 2 people joining. That's a bit more than they used to be. I think I'll stay queued. I don't know, I think I'm maybe painting with a very broad brush when talking about streaming and video making. It's massive. Everybody and their grandma has a YouTube channel by now, you know. Grandma cooking, it's making millions off of the YouTube videos of grandma cooking. The best channels IMO are the ones where it's clear the person isn't doing it just to get views, but doing it because they were going to do it anyway for fun and thought to film it. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think, yeah. Because then... with the personality, like even if you like someone's personality, you are very likely to end up learning more about that person than you would ever want to know. And it really sours someone that is personality based. You know, you're following someone because they make certain jokes or maybe talk in a certain way, and then you learn, oh, that guy isn't actually joking about it, he's actually doing it. He's joking about it to like kind of cover for what he actually thinks. And then all of the broad, not like road, okay, broad, not broad. Broad topic. Alright. How do I get rid of bots? You know, okay, tutorial. Press escape to bring up the menu. On the bottom of the menu, there's a bunch of buttons. You can mute players, which is pretty useful because if you mute those bots, after a while, you will actually notice that these are the same bots you've encountered before and they are stopped from mic spamming. Then you hit, don't report player, it's pointless, Valve does nothing. But you can, you know, click on anyone, state the reason, player's cheating, press call vote, and then after that, you can also yell at your teammates to F1 in the voice chat. And it usually works. Or, well, even in text chat, it usually works. Even without yelling, it usually works, because by now people are used to just bots invading every game of tf2 ever, to ever exist and never happened. You guys probably aware of my existence, it's gonna make it harder to guard on him. Oh, yeah, he's dodging, I think. Yeah, and then there's a sniper. So yeah, that's how you remove the bots from your particular server. You could also play in community servers if they host a map you like. I've not really found any community servers with hosting CP process. So I've stuck to Valve casual. But, you know, community servers usually have real people moderating them. And when they do, they get rid of bots, and bots don't even really... I don't think bots even join community servers like they do casual, because there's no easy queue system for them to abuse. Oh, this is another one of those where it's pushed to last. Well, isn't this the same server I was on before? Might be. This feels like the same server, I might be back. Yeah, look, that's the pink soldier, he's very distinct. You know what? We should cap the point. Because if I cap the point like this, oh. I didn't realize it's 2-1, so... Yeah, this is the same game, I just left. I took a brief detour, I guess. Alright. Hopefully this one stays in process and it doesn't... No, actually all the people are gonna leave, because they just said about how long the game has been, so... Requeue it is. Man, the state of tf2 is unfortunate. Like, they've made this game... The game's abandoned. I was wondering if they're gonna fix the item servers. The fact that they were down for two days is kind of ridiculous. But what is actually more ridiculous than the item servers being down themselves is the fact that Valve didn't even bother to communicate about it. None of it, no information like, oh yeah guys, we're experiencing an issue, I don't know, our data center that is hosting all those items has been assaulted by terrorists and exploded, and therefore we cannot, you know, cannot possibly establish the connection, and it's gonna be back as soon as possible. No, radio silence, just, no, it's perfectly fine. The players will tolerate it. And, you know, seemingly I have tolerated it, because I'm back playing the same game forever. They've got me, although they haven't gotten me to spend any money on the Manco stall, which... So I don't know how profitable it is for me to be playing the game. How profitable it is for them to have me playing the game when I'm explicitly not buying any microtransactions whatsoever at all. Hello there, hello there! We have a medic! Most incredible pub. No beho. It's not pink, it's lightish red. Oh, that soldier. No, that's the most eyesore pink you've ever seen. You cannot convince me that's red. You might be trying to gaslight me into believing I am colorblind, which would be funny, but I don't think I'm gonna fall for that. This guy's a bit laggy. Or am I laggy? Oh, I'm on 30 ping. And I requeued! I shouldn't have. Well, anyway. Let's hope this isn't a pub that is just ending, or a pub that is fighting on last. It is a pub... It's a full 12v12 pub, and we are on our last. But perhaps... I think there's a sentry gun, that's gonna be a problem. Although, you can destroy a sentry gun as Trollja, not in a place like this, that's gonna be difficult. If you get... Lightish red is a meme, of course it's a meme, but you have to take into account that I know nothing, and I get no references, and I'm stupid on top of that. When you stream, I stream at random times, at random points. It is a stupid idea to expect me to stream ever. Basically. I stream whenever I feel like, oh, I want to talk a bit, and then I don't stream for 10 years. That's basically my stream schedule, which is, there is no stream schedule. Red versus blue meme from over a decade ago, okay. Sorry. I'm uncultured like that. I remove all fun from every interaction ever. As penance, I'm gonna play medic and provide healing to my team so we can push out of last, hopefully. And if we push out of last, then I can jump again. It's a bit cramped on this last. I'm gonna be healing two gamers, which you can tell they are gamers because they have gamer in the nickname. Look at this guy. Please! Unpredictable yeah, go fight... No, go fight 4 people on 50 HP. That is a brilliant idea. I wish you the best. I believe what you say in those situations is like, bless his heart, or something like that. Isn't that the saying when you want to say, fuck you, but really politely? Red versus blue is worth watching. I've heard of it before. Maybe I should, you know, put it on the watch later list. When I have nothing to do. And when I have nothing to do and don't want to talk. Only the seasons up till Monty died. Right, when Monty dies, that's probably a spoiler alert, isn't it? I bet. Oh, we almost have Uber. We can give it to the Pyro. The big benefit of Ubering a Pyro is that Pyros do not miss, because he just holds down W on mouse 1. And actually, no, he doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna leave. There's a scout there, there's a spy there, I'm getting short. Okay, where's the scout? WM1. Yeah, you see, this man sees exactly what my strat is, and he doesn't like it, which makes me more likely to use the strat again. Can you? Thank you. It's always like this when trying to arrow people in a pub. You know, it's one thing to fight enemies that are actively dodging you. It's another to try and, you know, hit your teammates who are not actively dodging you. But it turns out you cannot predict it. You never know. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, are we about to have another one? 70%. Listen, I just want my team to exit last. That's it. Monty pronounced Monty was the guy who was running the whole show since season 2. Oh! Okay. I thought that was a character. It's like one of the creators, main creators died and somebody else took over the show. Or is died like figurative in this case. Are they capping? They might be capping. I need this guy to be not dead so I can uber him. Please? You have the bison and I'm supposed to take you seriously? I've been absolutely obliterated by the guy with a bison who baited me into getting headshot by... Okay, send me some. Send me some. And I'll probably watch him. Died suddenly on a stroke, and then Rooster Teeth as a whole kind of went to shit. Rooster Teeth being the company making R versus B, red versus blue. Alright, okay. We are out of last, at least. That's one way to do it. I should have actually just trolled my team somehow. That would have been faster. Also, the guy with like a bunch of slashes in his profile picture, not the nickname, seems to be slightly mad about the game. I don't know about that. Right. I did hit him. He had overheal, so he's fine. But I did hit him, and that is what counts. I'm gonna witness big gamer adventures. What do you think he's gonna do on 21 HP? I wonder. He's got the participant medal. You know, it's the spirit that counts. Would you look at that? Okay, do you think we're gonna get pushed to our second again and the game's not gonna be balanced at all? I should have believed that there's gonna be someone there, because that could have been kind of decent garden. Alright. So... I'm thinking my team needs a full-time medic, question mark, perhaps? That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, how... I was about to ask how the game is going, and I think that short little snippet of spectate mode has given me the answer I needed all along. Yeah, I think the game might be over, perhaps. I'm not sure, maybe. Right. So, question is, do we stay on this one, or do we queue for a new one? Because it would appear as though... Oh. You know what? Fine, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna send the server to process again, and then I'm gonna leave. The command is next underscore map underscore vote, and then 0 is the first one, 1 is the second one, and 2 is the third one. And then you can vote even if the UI is broken. There's been at least one patch note where they claim to have fixed this bug, where you can't select the map at the end of the match. It is not fixed. It's never been fixed. It just is broken like this sometimes, and it seems to be completely random when it happens. I do not know. They've just... It feels weird whenever... When they fixed the crossbow, because the Crusader's crossbow for medic used to go through teammates at close range, and it was doing that since it was like launched, which is years back. This guy again. I'm gonna backflip him. I'm not gonna backflip him, he's gone. I'm gonna chase him though, maybe. I'm not gonna chase him, he has trimping. Oh, that's rude. I thought this guy was, you know, nice and chill. He wasn't. I hope he dies. In game, of course. I would never wish death upon a person in real life, as that is probably illegal in whatever country. I'm taking no chances, okay? I don't want to be arrestable in any country, really. What if I want to take a vacation? And they are... And then, you know, I go to the airport, I land, and then there's a little Bobby there and saying, "Oi mate, haven't you had a little bit too much to talk online?" and then he hands me a prison sentence for telling someone to die in Team Fortress 2. No, it would be... Actually, I almost said it would be more funny if it wasn't real, but... It only makes the UK more funny, I think. I probably should have stopped the requeue, but... Because there's people in this server, but maybe can I... I was hoping he would have trimmed the rock. Because then I could have caught him mid-air. And as we all know, catching someone mid-air with damage is the tf2 equivalent of cocaine. What's that guy doing? Oh, I'm in... That sniper just handed himself to me. I'm 1 HP. This guy just stole my health back. I hope he wasn't 124 HP, because I didn't have the time to notice. Anyway, thank you, medic. Going to be wasting all that health you gave me. You see? Those things. Air shots. I want more of them. Can this guy pencil jump again so I can air shot him? Please? Please? Can you pencil jump? My man? Can you do me a solid? Okay, I think the answer is no, unfortunately. Someone's shooting something at the sky. No, we're gonna take a slow walk, slow, relaxing walk over to the other. Okay. Oh, maybe he's gonna be jumping. Please, let the guy out of the door. I want some air shots. Not with those pipes, though. Oh, please. The sniper's gonna headshot me, I feel it. He didn't. Can I... I could. Okay, wanna see me pan the sniper? Please. Please, slow down, sir. Oh, people jumping. I am getting arrowed by a medic, and it's not the correct medic to be arrowing me. Okay, please. What's this guy doing here? Wait, they are capping mid. Why are we trying to go to second? Okay, the med's piped. Okay, the medic is in there, and he likely has... You know what? I probably should check this out. What's going on? I might. You got a license for that? Opinion. Okay. I was having a really hard time reading what that was supposed to be. That's an air shot. I think he was standing on a rock, so it doesn't really count. Opinion. That's that was a pyro for a short while. There was a pyro there. Very unfortunate for him. I'll send my condolences to your pyro wife. Whatever you people do. That's right, we spamming. Man, hitting pipes in this game is I love it. It's like the experience you want to have. This guy's just gonna eat the health back, so there's no... Oh! 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 I just saw... that my whole life flashed before my eyes, and it was flashing blue, and this guy had random crits, and that ends my 10 kill streak. My wife, say hi. Say hi back to her. How's the course going, by the way, the programming course? I wonder if there's any more interesting stuff happening with that. Oh, this guy's capping. Anybody? Oh! Oh, okay, I can't be... I officially cannot be mad. The crit wasn't random. They popped the crits. They got me with a crit sticky. It's a fair fight. Okay. I can't complain about it. It was a Kritzkrieg. Like, Kritzkrieg equals legal and fair. Course is done. It's got the certs from it. Trying to add more stuff to her portfolio. If she wants some like some review or something like that, I'm absolutely down. I'm not guaranteeing it's gonna be fast because I've got a lot of stuff on my plate recently, but you know, if there's a need of some stupid idiot looking at some code, I can oblige because I like doing it. I don't know. Oh, cool. I think I can kill this medic before I die? No, that's not happening. Taking her time, so that sounds great. Cool. I hope she knows about, like, diagramming and stuff. I hope they told her about that. Because if you wanna, you know... There's a lot to programming that isn't even about programming. It's about... like I said before, it's my whole job is basically arranging thoughts. It's that's sticky bombs. So very often code is far from the most useful way to arrange thoughts because it's very linear. You know, you go from top down. Like sure, there's some tree structure to code as well, but a lot of it is oh. That's coach. This map's ending. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. A lot of coding is, you know, making sure you think correctly, you've encompassed all possibilities for a certain thing, making sure it is all consistent, and very often the best way to do that is to start by making a diagram of whatever you are making. And if you can encompass what it is in a diagram of some kind, there's many kinds of diagrams. You've got a good start, a good like baseline to get working on actually coding things. Because something else that is also kind of hard to do in term when you are, you know, thinking and coding at the same time is it is kind of like sketching versus rendering something to completion, shading it, you know, applying all the colors. Oh wait, we switched maps. All those kinds of stuff. It's way easier to change a diagram, to like reorder certain things and relay them out, test different configurations. I am saying this for my own sake. I just like this stuff and am interested in it, so... There's a lot of... Diagrams help you basically make sure what you're thinking makes sense and is complete. This guy's gonna kill me, watch. No, I died to Karl Marx. If I knew it was called... No, he's Mark Karx, it's fine. In order to slow down bots, snipers should be limited to 2 in casual and another paywall to access vote kick, like access to voice chat. I don't know, I would be fine if... this is a radical thought on Sniper and TF2, but perhaps Sniper should be, perhaps Sniper should be using projectiles instead of hit scan. It could be a very fast projectile, but a projectile nonetheless, so you can actually juke him out and dodge him, and he has to aim. Because the biggest reason the bots are so powerful is that you can't dodge Sniper. It is impossible. If the Sniper can hit his shots, you cannot dodge him because he clicks on your head and you're dead. There's no travel time, you know, you cannot dodge hit scan. So, I think that's like the biggest reduction, because then you can actually fight against bots, but I think Sniper players are not gonna be very happy about something like that, so... And who am I kidding? Valve is not updating this game. I doubt that's ever gonna happen ever again. Maybe at some point they release the nothing update where they add nothing about but like some stuff from the community. Like they seem to be doing all the time. I just had a horrible thought when you showed how to get rid of bots earlier. What if someone released a group of bots that first thing they did when entering a match was reporting all non-bot players and hit F1? All bot servers happen and you can get kicked. They've introduced something that is a delay. Like if I tried to kick someone, I could because I've been playing on the server for a while. But new players, I think for 2 minutes cannot... for 2 minutes you can't start vote kicks, so if a bot freshly joins and there's players playing already, they have like more sway over who gets kicked and who doesn't. It's more easy to remove them. But there's been servers like that where there's just been bots and then the server basically kicks you immediately. I think it still happens, it's just rare, because usually you have 1 or 2 bots and the players can actually kick them. Reporting, as far as I'm aware, doesn't do anything in tf2. It's just so you can vent your frustration by clicking a button. I don't think it actually does anything. Reason why it should be limited to 2, so bots won't have many snipers. Well, the problem is, even if there's 1 bot sniper on the server, it ruins the game, because you can't peek him. If he's scoped in for a while, he kills every single class in the game, except, like, fully overhealed heavy with Fists of Steel. And then, overhealed heavy with Fists of Steel is too slow to actually get to the sniper and slow him in any meaningful capacity. So, no matter what you do, even one sniper bot is gonna ruin the game. And once he locks a sniper, you can't, you can't play it. I don't like the idea of class limits and casual at all. I feel like casual is the place where you should be able to allow, the 12 spy meme build to work. It's casual, who cares? You can always requeue, you can kick the bots more often than not. I remember playing at a time where there were bots in literally every server you joined. There was a period like that. That made the game almost unplayable. You had to requeue like 5 times to get into a game where there's actually players. I mean, where you can actually play the game. But it hasn't been like that for a while. I'm Ubering the engineer. I'm not Ubering the engineer. I'm getting juggled and we are losing the point. I know can change class to ruin more of the game. What is the benefit of botting? Botting... So, you might think I am referring to botting as in aimbotting. I am not. Team Fortress 2 has a problem with an infestation of sniper bots that are literally bots. They are not players, they are hosted on... usually multiple bots are hosted on one machine, and the sole purpose of them is to ruin games. They queue in casual into servers, they spin bot on sniper and like walk into predefined paths, and you cannot do anything about them aside from kicking them. And you can only kick them from the same team. If you can only initiate kicks for people on the same team as you. There's been cat bots now, there's like Hexatronics, there's been different no-name bots, and it seems like the only reason is quite literally just to destroy the game. Annoy people. It's not even I'm so good, because there's no player behind it. It's just straight up hosting bots to ruin other people's games. It's somewhat rude, you could say. Games that still have cheaters and hard to get deal those problems. War Thunder infested farm bots or cheat bots. Rust lots of cheaters, but admins troll cheaters. Battlefield versus cheaters try to kill the game. I am afraid I don't follow that message fully, but surely there's a matter like TF2 is free to play, so there is going to be an accessibility problem where it's very easy to get a new account on TF2 and just continue cheating, and locking free-to-plays from things doesn't really solve anything, because then you get the bot accounts. You can use a stolen account, and it happens often. You can see you can see these bots have some kind of history, some number of hours on the game. That is way too much for just being hosted for a short while. As for some reason, people are very dedicated to destroying this game. I do not understand, frankly, why. This map is pretty interesting. Because on this map you can start playing the game before the round actually starts, if you can jump over the container, and a lot of classes can do that. Like that guy, look at him. NG bots was a thing in CTF mode. I've seen those videos. You can sort of farm points killing NG bots to rank up in casual. I've not played enough CTF to have encountered that. Also, fun fact, there are railings here. They are just invisible. Tinfoil hat time. The bots are put there by Valve intentionally because they desperately want to shut down the servers, but too many people still play. That's a funny theory. I do wonder if Valve is like, how much do we have to do for this game to die? We've neglected it. There's no updates. There's a massive bot infestation. There's nothing. We are pushing out absolutely garbage tier cosmetics for you to buy, and people are still playing this game. And it's been years since no update. Years since like anything from Valve. Aside from, oh, we copy and pasted a bunch of community cosmetics into the video game. And yet, this game still has a massive player base. Perhaps because it's a good game. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is Stockholm Syndrome, but I do genuinely enjoy this game. And there's literally no other game in which I can market garden people. Nobody has made a second tf2 as far as I'm not aware of a second tf2. Maybe it would be a more accurate thing to say. Did you know that you can actually go all the way in here? But that's just a theory. I'm dead theory. I got run over by a train. And he's laughing at me. Look at him. Imagine angry protesters at Seattle Valve Corporation building just storming in while Gaben is still at New Zealand. Don't storm the Valve headquarters. If that's gonna do anything, it's gonna make them kill the game. But I suppose the main thing that would probably happen is you could be taken to court if you kind of overdo on that. Or maybe not to court, but you could be arrested or whatever if you... Because normal people don't get invested enough into a video game, I don't think, to the point where they would go to Valve headquarters in New Zealand. You know, fly... That was a terrible display by me. This guy should kill me. Normal people, I don't think, go to those lengths to protest about the game. And TF2 is special in many ways, you know. It has many special players in the player base. Can I? I can't. I've been arrowed. How's my... Oh, that's probably a question to Hunter. But I can answer as well. My New Year's going pretty well. I've been very busy. Made some concrete resolutions to do. I've been releasing a little project I've been working on the side. It's called Bridge Launcher. If you have autism about customizing your phone, you might be interested. If you don't, you probably are not interested. What it is, it's if you have an Android phone, your home screen is also an application. So like the thing that shows you a grid of apps and pages and such. It's called a launcher. And you can install custom launchers, and you can also write custom launchers for other people to install. You are disregarding that the people in Seattle are not normal. That is a fair point. I can imagine. So if you install if you install a custom launcher, you can... Oh, stolen? If you install a custom launcher, you can, and you write a custom launcher, you can basically have a different home screen. So what I've made is a project that, for Android, yes. So basically what I've done is, I've made an app that lets you make your own launcher in HTML, in like web technologies. You make a HTML page and it has access to an API that lets you get all the apps, launch apps, request an installation, and a bunch of different stuff you can do through the API. So it's basically, the idea is to make launcher development more accessible to people who are not insane, because Android development is hell. It is horrendous. I hate it. I hate everything on Android works badly, or even worse than badly. Like every little feature I've ever implemented on Android is always pain. You always have to look up 15 guides, half of them don't work, there's 5 ways of doing the same things, all of them are supposedly correct, but maybe on different versions of Android, or maybe not, you never know. How would you know? They don't tell you. There's 7 compatibility libraries, there's a whole new thing they've added at some point recently, or maybe not that recently, but it works in a completely different way to everything else. It has its own bugs, it breaks in completely unique and brand new ways. The whole environment is just horrendous. But I figured, you know, I'd like something like this to exist, so this guy's laughing at me again. So I've made it. It's called Bridge Launcher. It's not available via Google Play Store because Google Play Store, just like the rest of Android, absolutely sucks. And if you want something that is for power users, so people who would like to use their phone for more than calling grandma, Google Play doesn't like it. It doesn't like it when your application is requesting things. Doesn't like it when the user can allow your application to access the file system, which is a whole wonderful thing on its own. Last year's Save tf2, I saw a picture of one guy was protesting at Valve Corps. I think that goes to the point of some people not being normal in Seattle. Where's this guy's milk that I have thrown on him? Alright. Line's been running like shit. Okay. F. F for the pipage. So, the thing is, you still have to be pre-autistic to use that app, because, first of all, you know, it is dedicated to customizing your phone's home screen, which I don't think too many people are particularly interested in. Second of all, it requires knowing HTML and JavaScript to some extent, and CSS. So you have to have some knowledge and investing in learning that just to customize your phone's home screen, where there's much easier options like KLWP, Custom Live Wallpaper. It seems ridiculous, but if... Yeah, I am a... That is true, I am a massive nerd. I am a massive nerd, and I feel like I've lucked out on the autism lottery, because seeing what people share on the internet when they have autism and are interested in software development. You know the programming socks meme? you know what could have been, and I feel like I've been spared. I've been saved by Jesus. And I am grateful for not becoming a programmer sock enthusiast. We're killing the spy. I hate the French. I think I'm dead. Yeah, it seems like it. Back in Gold Source days, Valve used to hire some modders that make games, and now they don't want modern mods in their games. I mean, I don't know, they've allowed Hunt Down the Freeman, the best game of whatever year that came out in, so clearly you can do something, and Valve is still somewhat interested. Whatever you know, they've allowed that. I think they allowed it to be sold, which is incredible, an incredible lack of quality control, in terms of a storefront, but on the other hand, it's also an incredible thing to allow. because it's your, you know, it's your Half-Life. It's a big franchise, very big, one of the biggest things in gaming, and you allow some guys to make horrendously bad project, put it on your store under the name like Hunt Down the Freeman, like very clearly associated with Half-Life. Use, you know, Gordon Freeman the character. I don't know if they even paid like big money for that. Usually you would think, oh, you want to use like one of the most popular characters in all of gaming. Well, that's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. The guy's cheating, by the way. Hey, the YouTube link guy is a bot. Let's kick him. F1, lads. Oh yeah, interactive tutorial. That's how you kick people. Oh, Half-Life 2, yeah, but Portal and tf2 with mods. I'm not really aware of what happened. Oh yeah, they also have a bot. See, these are bots. Yeah, there you go. You got a spin bot. That is literally a bot. Like that guy, there's no guy playing that game. He's just running software that plays the game for him and ruins the game for everyone else. Did they kick him? Yeah, he's gone already. Pretty fast. Good work, Red Team. I don't know much about Valve and mods. All I know is that plenty of mods that started out as mods and then Valve hired the devs. I don't know if that still happens, but it seems like something could happen. I don't know, it's weird with Valve, you know, because on one hand, they've got games I really like. They released CS2, I'm very, on a technical level, very impressed, but on the other hand, they released a very unfinished product with that. You know, Valve is responsible for the whole thing with loot boxes, and in fact, this very game I'm playing right now is responsible for the trend of loot boxes in video games, I'm pretty sure. tf2, I think, was the first thing to make it really popular with the hat crates or whatever. And it's, you know, you got all the mod stuff, you got copyright lol on the tf2 in class introduction videos, which led to a lot of community made animations and artwork and a whole, basically a whole thing, a whole movement around the game that is more than, you know, the just what Valve is putting out, very open to modders. And on the other hand, you've got loot boxes, you've got, you know, releasing an unfinished game recently, like CS2. You got the recent DMCAs of oh, see? Okay, see. Bot showcase. This is what a TF2 bot looks like. Not a player. It's just a sniper bot that does this, and it's gonna headshot anyone it finds on the red team. Let's initiate a kick. No, too late to initiate a kick. Since CSGO changes to CS2 for Source 2, I wonder which game would they port to Source 2. Dota could be next. Dota is already running. Dota 2 is already running on Source 2. Dota 2 was, I'm pretty sure, the first Valve game to run on Source 2. Fans wanted TF2 and SFM to be ported into Source 2. SFM, I think, might be coming. TF2, I don't know, man. I don't see that. This game seems to be in a state of complete abandonment. There's a potted plant on the dev team, and that's about it. I don't think that CS2 Source 2 that was rumored for I think years. Basically, there's been things leaking and being discovered that Valve is in fact working on the game. For TF2 Source 2, I don't think there's any reason to suspect it is happening at all. Granted, I might be proven wrong, but I wouldn't hold out hope. It'd be a very hard game to remake in a different engine as well, with all the movement quirks and stuff, for it to be faithful. They've done a decent job with CS2 Source 2, but they've messed up b-hopping, for example, which I'm mad about. Very mad about. Play heavy. No. Don't make me do that, please. Heavy is the antithesis I'm horrendous at pronouncing that word, but heavy is the opposite of what I like to play in tf2. I like movement. I like moving around. I like being a twitchy little asshole around the server. And heavy, precise opposite. He goes slow, and he has big gun. While I'm not supposed to have a big gun, kinda am. The move slow is kind of unfortunate. I wish... Could they make heavy faster, and maybe give him less health and a shotgun instead of a minigun? And a double jump, and perhaps then he would be more playable for me? I think that guy's gonna mind if I jump him. Oh, never mind. He did mind, he shot me with a rocket. Oh, that scout is very laggy. And I am afraid of him. Is he cheating, also? Or is he just very laggy? What's this ping? What's the guy called that killed me? Antithesis. Antithesis? Thesis? There's no way that guy isn't doing some kind of ping abuse, surely. Nobody's playing at that laggy and actually hitting shots. Whew. The creator of Gmod made Sandbox. Way different for some Gmodists like to see if Gmod is ported to Source 2. It's not gonna happen. No, there's no way Gmod's getting ported to Source 2. That's... As far as what I know about software goes, something that is that big, has that many mods, there's no way you are porting that to a different engine. You would have to basically start over, and that's, I think, what they are doing with Sandbox. It's a completely different thing, because I don't think there's any point to... That's a spy. What is he gonna do? He's gonna backstab someone? Let's spectate. He missed! He died! What a sad... I am so glad to have witnessed that event. Antithesis. Antithesis. Maybe. I bet I'm Ubered? That never happens. I can't imagine. It's... Oh, that heavy's cheating. Yeah, that's the same guy. No, heavy is clearly cheating. That... Please. Pick. Oh wait, there's two of them. Oh, there's two of them! Like... Oh yeah. Cool. I wonder if they'll... Oh, there's also, I think, YouTube.com. Actually, no, that might be just a player. Not sure. F1 cheat. Pay no attention to me, blue team, please. There's a sentry gun. Where's the sentry gun? Ow. Left side? That's our sentry gun. Can I get the medic to walk into the sentry gun? How do we have a sentry gun in their spawn? How did this happen? Oh, that's the end. He's probably upset about me goofing about. Oh yeah, and LMAO box, the good old... oh yeah, I can showcase. I can't... Hold on, let me get out this... I'm gonna go deeper, and then we can... Oh. Well. Okay, we're kicking that guy, but if I try to call a vote on him... I can't showcase it because they already started one, but it would basically say you can't start a vote kick because you've just joined the server, effectively. Anne like Anne, T like tits. Okay. P like Thistle, sis like sister. Antithesis. Antithesis? Antithesis? Thesis? I'm still not unsure. What is happening? That guy also... Funny shovel? Funny shovel? No funny shovel. That's okay. We're gonna... I think nobody noticed that I snuck by. Some TF2 users still think that it's ridiculous the source code leaked, allowing cheaters to make those cheat bots. I don't think you would... I'm fairly certain there were bots, maybe not on this scale, but I'm fairly certain bots and cheats existed before source code. You don't need... Guy's still alive. Alright. I'm fairly certain you don't need the source code to develop cheats and bots. You can reverse engineer the game, you can fiddle with it. If you have access to other Souls games, you can probably, you know, see how the engine works on that. There's plenty of documentation also on how to make mods and games with the Souls engine. Like, surely having the source code of the game helps a lot, I'd imagine. But I don't think it's like a deal breaker. It's like you have to have it to make a cheat. And like, in terms of it being ridiculous for the source code to leak, I think you're gonna have it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at some point. Basically, always. You can't keep a secret forever, and if it's something... And especially because within an organization that has multiple people, you are going to be sharing the source code online in some capacity, because you have to have access to it from different machines and by different people. It's like, it's not, you know, just on one guy's computer and it never connects to the internet. You are having this online, you're having this actively shared, you are actively having people with access to this. I think there's basically no way you are keeping source code never released completely, especially for the older the game is, the more likely it is for the source code to be leaked. It's happened even for non-multiplayer games that have been dead for a while. You're saying like T or teats. Every vowel in that word sounds like the I in cis. Antithesis? I'm having such a... I should probably just look up the pronunciation. Should sound shorter than it looks. Antithesis. 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 Cis. Antithesis. I'm having such a hard time with this. Horrendous. Bots change usernames. I thought TF2 should have usernames already created system to avoid getting kicked by wrong player. They've gotten rid of that. They've gotten rid of... Oh, the cheaters are still there. They've gotten rid of changing the your nickname. You can't anymore. You can't change your nickname mid-game anymore. It used to be that you could do that. It would show... the cheaters abuse that to disguise as other players. They wouldn't change profile pictures, I think. Maybe they did at some point. They would change their nickname to disguise themselves as normal players, but at some point Valve has disabled that, so now you can no longer change it. And the bots now usually use the same nickname so you can identify them, because they seem to be trying to sell some kind of bot immunity service. It's like I guess you get registered in a database and then you don't get targeted by the bots of that manufacturer, for lack of a better term. Oh, they've left the game. Nice. I love TF2 chat. Sent you a voice message. All right, Can I play it on stream? Do you mind? I'm gonna. Oh. This guy's about to cap. This guy's moving in unpredictable ways. He moves in waves. Now this guy is a threat. They Ubered. They double Ubered. I'm probably dead. I hit someone with the shovel, I'm fairly certain. I'm playing different now, playing tf2. I'm aware there's different servers in tf2. I don't know, I'm just interested in playing tf2, the video game, Team Fortress 2. I've not had enough of it yet. So it is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. Oh, that's a horrendous jump. We're gonna have to do the shame route. Oh, that's 2 scouts. Where's... Okay, there's my team. One of you needs to kill the scout because I am incapable of doing so. Also, he thinks. Until I show up for him. Cool. Unfortunately. I don't know if this is a widely known property of the Air Blast in Team Fortress 2. The Pyro has. The Pyro can use his right mouse button to push you around, and it also disables air strafing. So, once you get mouse 2'd by a Pyro, you can no longer turn in the air, which makes my job as a shovel man very hard. It usually results in death because, you know, you get stranded in a bad position. I am making the jump way too high. Also, that's tumbling. Oh, they Ubered. Did you know you can sit here? Do you think that guy knows I'm still here? I don't think he knew. Unfortunately, I missed the shovel on the medic. Haha! Our expert W mouse 1 Pyro has temporarily stopped the push, but I don't think that's gonna cut it for much longer. I'm gonna switch to Pyro myself, because Pyro has the mouse 2 button, as I was saying, and might be useful if they are all soldiers and firing rockets. Might be hunting for one of those, one of those elusive double reflex where you reflect 2 rockets at once. Okay, I'm not going there. There's no way, basically. Okay. I hope they provide me with more rockets. I think they are smart enough to not provide me with those rockets, but that effectively makes them disabled. That's probably not the right word to use. Somebody's capping last. Probably this guy. Get flared. I hit him with the reflect. It wasn't enough. We still lost. That was a good try though. I hit like 2 flares or 3. Okay. Now I'm wondering, is live chat dead? Perhaps. Perhaps. I never know. Testing chat. Okay, nothing new loaded. That's good. Live chat is not dead. I never know. Because I've had it on multiple instances just break randomly and not notify me. There's there's no connection or something broke. We're not showing messages. No, it just sometimes it can stop working. And just like that. Okay, hold on. Antithesis. Okay. Antithesis. What? Should have gotten that. Antithesis. I've heard this pronounced by people before, most definitely. But I could not remember for the life of me. How? Not have any commentary in TF2? That's fair. You have to have a certain kind of autism to have commentary on TF2. I don't know. Look at that guy. Do you think he's safe? Do you think he thinks he's safe? Most definitely isn't, as soon as I figure out where he is. Oh. guy's really in my case. That's it, you're getting meleeed. Alright. Okay, this is probably gonna be the last pub I play, because it is nearing midnight here, so... I've kind of run out of other things other than tf2 to say. So unless I get some sidetracked into an interesting topic out of nowhere, I'm just gonna play the game for a little while. Because it's a cool game, what can I say? What is that? Man said something. You see, the nice thing about Trollja is you can get in and get out at any possible moment. Any sticky situation you get yourself in, you just utilize a rocket and get out of there. Except for when the guy has a Natasha. Slight problem. Oh, I might be dead. Oh, I've been... Okay, I've almost caught myself there. I have a mini sentry, I can't really do much about that. I'd have to land on it, and that's difficult with like taking a lot of damage. Can remove the engineer though. I missed the shovel, but the B-hop counted. Unfortunately, that is obviously not enough. There's way too many anime avatars in this server. I don't even wanna find out. Okay. Ah, no speed shot. Oh, there's a teleporter. Anyone? Okay, let the medic do his thing. This is a community event. Oh, that's a shame.
We were all ready for it.
I like how the entire team gathered to witness.
Knew what was happening.
Yeah.
So sad. I have not seen a soldier on the enemy team this whole time. Sad.
They're all dead. Soldier is illegal. You've heard it here first. There you go. tf2 is a...
But I've only been using shotgun this whole time.
That's illegal. Everything you love is illegal.
I love to breathe air, but it's illegal.
Very unfortunate. Oh, edge bug. There we go. That probably wasn't an edge bug, actually. I just clipped the ramp, but I can claim nerd credit. I think we might be winning this, which is kind of unfortunate. But there's always the second half. Maybe we are not gonna win the second half quite as quickly. Yeah, this heavy with two medics not looking good. Why are you shooting me? I'm Oh yeah, you know, very important.
Like I'm doing everything I fight dirty right now.
Guys, could we play a little bit worse? Because I'd like the game to last longer.
I'm sorry. I can't help. That's why I'm using shotgun.
Please lobotomize yourself, thank you.
Too late. First come, first serve. I've already done it. All you did was make me better.
Ah, that's a shame.
Take our time. Let's try and make a sentriness somewhere.
Let's wait for them to make a teleport and then camp it as a whole team. How about that?
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Or we could all go spy with the cloak and dagger.
Playing hide and seek with them.
I just finished a game where I'm in this team. We won the game by just going cloak and dagger and capping behind them the whole time.
You cannot defend against the French wave. What can I say?
We didn't kill them. We just cloaked and daggered around.
Oh, that was a cool garden.
Yeah, all no kills. We just walked around them.
My mere presence is enough to eliminate you. Oh, no, Natasha Heavy. Don't like him. Please ban him. Please remove him from the server.
They panic popped.
Good work. That's called a force and you should be proud of it. I guess. I don't play competitive tf2. Don't accuse me.
Plays competitive tf2.
Oh! Okay. Help! 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 I couldn't get out.
Work. Look at that. They're in disarray.
Wait, let's spectate this man. Where is he? We found an interesting man in voice. He's dead. I can't even spectate him. He's laughing about spectating someone else. I can't even know who.
Okay, guys, it's the last point. Let's just not push out or cap anything, okay?
Yeah, everybody kill bind immediately.
Just kill them, but stay away from the point.
We could just spawn camp them forever.
So quickly, someone set a sentry nest.
Oh! I didn't hear the beehot. I was too late with the shovel. That shovel wasn't too late, however, and the guy felt the whole...
There's a turret in mid.
Ah! I moved into the window, but unfortunately, it wasn't allowed.
Put that turret in here.
Guys, please do not. Don't kill the medic. No. No. Killed the combo. The game's surely gonna end now. Like, they are all dead.
Fail, guys, but I'll play us a national anthem, don't worry.
Don't cap it, no. It's so over.
Bastards.
You know what? Maybe I'll stay for a little bit in the server if these guys stay on VC. Oh, would you look at that? I don't know. Should I end the stream here? Because I think I'm just gonna be talking with the guys in VC. I don't know if that's interesting in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to take the first opinion I see, and if I don't see any opinions, I'll probably just end the stream. I think it's been enough time. It's almost hit 2 hours. Did I enable that? I can't remember. Alright. Boom. I don't know. Recently I've just been addicted to process. I keep queuing for process and just jumping around. I'm having too much fun. Let me guess, I'm on the opposite team from the guy that was talking in VC. Of course. This happens every single time. Every single time I have someone I start talking to in VC, and I end up on the opposite team the next round. Always happens.
Competition begins in 30 seconds.
Alright. Who needs heal? Look at that. A useful medic. Alright. I'm gonna cut it off here, because I think I'm... I think I'm not gonna be providing any interesting commentary by now. Good moment to end it. So, thank you very much for watching. I don't know how coherent that was. I probably won't listen to it back in case to not break my fragile ego. But it's been fun. I like talking from time to time. Controversial opinion, I know. So anyway, you know, maybe one more garden for the go, and then It counts, right? Right, anyway. Thanks very much. Goodbye. Bye. Have a good night, day, whatever the hell.